Are we live? I think we're live. Hey, we're back. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the League of Dracula 2025 Grand Final. Very exciting stuff. RToWin and Pizzawizard are our two finalists after 3 months and over 190 games of fierce competition. We're down to two players, one of which will be the world champion. I say in quotations. Uh, will it be the world champion today or tomorrow? We'll have to find out. There'll be spoilers for game one all the way through this video, so if you don't want to find out what happened in game one, I recommend you turn off now and go and check out game one. But otherwise, while we let everybody do that, we'll say hi to everybody on Twitch. Hello, Twitch people. Say hi to YouTube. And I'll introduce my commentary team for this game as we wait for the players to turn up. First of all, not Pizzawizard, I don't know where that came from. Mr. Green is back. hello, Mr. Green.
It's an honor to be mistaken for Pizzawizard, actually. So no problem.
I don't know where that slip came from, but never mind. It's nice to have you here. And with us for the American side of the Atlantic, Rookamania is not here. Rookamania has been replaced by another tournament participant from this year. It is Fangs of Fire. Evening, Fangs.
Good afternoon, Scott Sword.
Oh yes, yes. How very European-centric of me. How rude. Anywho, the lobby is up. We're waiting for the players to join. It's all good. So anyway, I assume the people who don't want to know about Game 1 have now left. So we'll find out. Will RToWin be the champion? Because RToWin won the first game with 12 IDS. So it's all very simple. If RToWin wins this by any metric, then he will be the world champion for this year. If Pizzawizard wins game number 2 here, playing as the Hunter role, then, because they've swapped roles obviously, it will go to a tiebreaker. And then we might have to work out, based on IDS, who will have the deciding pick of roles for that tiebreaker match. But never mind, it doesn't matter. Pizzawizard is very clear. If he wants to stay in this and have a chance of winning, he has to win this game. If RToWin wants to win, he has to win this one, and maybe the one tomorrow. So RToWin's got a little bit less pressure. He has to win one out of the next two. Pizzawizard has to win both of the next two games. But anywho, we'll see. We shall see.
Nice.
I'll just tell Tarvala that we're on. Oh, maybe Tarvala might not be watching on Twitch because I've closed captioning and stuff. That's fine. Hello, Snuff. Where? I thought you weren't going to be here. Welcome in. Alrighty, we're gonna have a good game of Fury of Dracula. We hope. Hope it's not a damp squib. But I don't know about YouTube. I want a tiebreaker. So I want pizza. I'm gonna be. Even though I did say this might be a bit controversial to say out loud, but I did think maybe RToWin was going to win in a tiebreaker. But we want a third game. Come on. Regardless, we want a fun game. Good game, and we want a third game. So come on, Pizzawizard.
Nice one, Arvalar. Arvalar definitely has the things with his word, with how he phrases his words, or phrases sentences more appropriately.
Yeah, quite.
Good luck to Pizza. Unearthly witness to R. Good one. And RToWin taking that very literally. In terms of the good luck hunter card in exchange for an unearthly witness for him.
Indeed. So obviously I think we've just about recovered from that amazing game earlier. Very tense and tough chase, and we'll see what they have in store. Do we have any sort of inclination of where RToWin will be starting as Dracula, or is it been very...
I have no clue. But let me see. Let's see what I can recall of RToWin's games as Dracula. To be honest, I don't think I ended up recording a single one, despite how many I got this tournament. I think maybe if I did, it was very early, and I've just forgotten about them at this point. But I think most likely, since obviously I assume that Pizzawizard is going to do the Pizzawizard setup, I am going to guess that he. It's hard to say. I'm going to guess, considering that he and I had practiced a couple times before, like in the past week or so, and I've been showing him the power of the center of the map. I'm going to make the guess that he may go for that, because in one of the said games I won actually, despite him doing Oktoberfest start, and the other. Oh, there you go. And the other, I was only 1 day shy of winning. So, I am basing my guess off of the theory that after having lost and nearly lost 2 games to the intricacies of the center of the map, that he might try to do the same thing.
Interesting. Definitely possible. It can be like a recent
total hypothesis, of course. Yeah, total hypothesis, of course.
Yeah.
Where would you start?
I haven't seen many games. Well, this you cannot start a lot of places versus this. Maybe Italy is always fun.
Hey,
but I tend to start more southwise than Fire.
I wonder if we'll just go classic East here. It's just kind of, obviously, the way
the
first game went because of Oktoberfest. It's not. I mean, you can start East, but it's not. I think it makes the East quite weak, so it makes sense what Pizzawizard did. But we've seen a lot of Eastern stuff. Oh, I don't know if we've seen it so much this tournament. Again, I've been kind of a little bit out of the loop, unfortunately. I've not seen as many games, but it just seems to be a lot of the games I watch, Dracula starts in the East, just because it can cause a lot of trouble. So, and
if you know how to go about it, yes.
Indeed.
And you have the necessary cards.
I feel it can cause more problems for the hunters. That's the thing. Because if they don't have the fast horses set up with the 2 on this side of the board, that can cause issues. And also, like, Pizzawizard's down a game, so he's gonna have to really. He's going to have a lot of things go well for him. Whereas if things start going wrong early, it could slip, away from him. We'll have to see. Oh. But Pizzawizard's been here before. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he still just to get a win, to get the tiebreaker. Of course, he wants to pick the role, but the first focus is still just
to do that. I mean, he's gonna have to get 13 or better IDS.
Yeah. Even if they are both stronger on Dracula in the knockout phase, Dracula has 1 more, if I remember correctly. So.
Yeah, in terms of the knockout phase, Dracula's got a higher win rate. I think, RToWin won all of his, has got a better win rate on Hunters. In knockout, it was always 50-50 because he won 2-0 in all of them.
Yeah.
Pizzawizard, I think, has done better on Dracula in this knockout phase.
Yeah, it's a very ironic thing that I'm not sure if you may well have heard this already, Scottsword, but I think it was it quarter or semifinals where he faced Errol?
Semis.
Quarter semifinals. Wolf forming right away? That's odd.
Maybe he's planning not to misdirect.
Quite possibly.
Yeah, there's no way you don't misdirect when you got this. That's very wacky.
If I do wolf form very early, I typically do it directly after my first encounter, but.
Oh, Snuff with the inside knowledge, maybe. RToWin does this when he starts in Spain. Oh.
I suppose that might make a certain amount of sense, like especially if you like have your starting location be Barcelona, then you have your first thing at Madrid, and then you can just go around in a circle, and eventually, with just the right number of spots to do it.
If I was playing, I would suspect him to be in England when doing that.
That's not in England.
Well, yes, to avoid the
That would
early,
be very
early,
ridiculous.
you avoid the early fine from local rumors or such.
Okay.
But you of course then you still risk a later fine, but yeah.
Yeah.
Just because it's kind of telegraphed that you might be in England as well, so it isn't a good idea, I think.
Yeah. I think that I use the same reasoning in terms of Dracula starting locations versus both Oktoberfest and Pizzawizard starts. I think, in my opinion, they're the same. In terms of like how I think about them.
Yeah, I guess center of the board is the same regardless of where they are. If you want to play that sort of style.
Yeah. Yes, but there's a little bit more to it than that. It's like regardless of whether you do Oktoberfest, you're up against Oktoberfest or Feast with the start. Either way, you're going to, if you start in the center of the map, you have a place to go after. Sarajevo. Okay. Well, that's interesting.
Has he just gone to Athens and he wants to avoid like the early Valona check or something? I don't.
Having to misdirect Valona or something?
Yeah.
That's. I mean, that actually is a good point because all too often hired scouts, like early, just casually, people will just casually check Valona because, like, I don't know, let's just check if it's Athens start, as it's one of the most well-known things, like well-known extremities.
But also Sarajevo would be kind of good because I don't know how the timing would work out, but if there was a way where it'd be almost impossible for it to be, well, it's not impossible for it to be this late, I suppose, but it could also create a layer later, that Dracula could return to, or block Eastern access. I don't think it would be to stop the first encounter, but if they're going to
actually, I think that looking at the timing, sorry for cutting you off, but looking at the timing, if you wolf form to Athens, then hide, and then go Valona, Salonika, Sofia, Sarajevo will slide off the trail directly as he would be moving onto it from Sofia.
Right.
So perhaps he's trying to do a Makwakajik play here.
I was thinking more obviously now it's been revealed, but what I was thinking with the initial location and wolf form would be you don't misdirect the initial location. The hunters are unlikely to use newspapers on it unless they draw it immediately, because they don't want to know that location, they want to know the wolf form location. But then you return to it as a layer, and depending on if certain things hadn't been rediscovered, the hunters wouldn't actually know where that initial location was for quite a while, because its wolf form is like 2 away from where the first encounter is, quote unquote, rather than only 1 away. So I'm kind of surprised at Sarajevo, but there's clearly a plan of some description.
If it is in Athens, then if they're going for it, then they are definitely gonna land on the Sarajevo before that.
Maybe just using it as a block.
Yeah, as a buffer of sorts, like because and possibly for that reason, and it is instead at Varna instead. I know that we're talking about it. I know that we have the mean it's always Athens, but that's been less and less true lately, hasn't it?
Yeah, if it's Varna, then well, if they're doing horses, they're still having to land on the Sarajevo.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're wanting to play this way so that the initial location is not revealed in order to be able to go back to it, or that it gets layered, the hunters don't know where it is, and they stumble into it later on and it causes problems. But the fact that it's just been revealed, I don't...
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, but before it gets layered, they have to start moving and landing on it before it gets layered if they're gonna reach the wolf form location.
They'll move on to it
Yeah.
before it gets layered. That's the thing, and then it's like, well,
Yeah,
it's revealed
yeah.
anyway. So what's the benefit? I don't fully understand. There's clearly a plan, and we can talk to RToWin afterwards if they so wish. But I've just seen there's horse Zombina, Charlie Carriage Zombina, 3 guns in discard, but then apart from that, nothing else very exciting. And Hired Scouts was the only consumed event. There seems to be more Dracula cards being drawn than last game early. Because there was 7 in the discard pile for a long time last game. I think it wasn't as early as this. But a lot of events that Pizza was able to stock up on.
Yeah.
Did I go to it? Oh!
Horse trade or something, by the looks of it.
Yeah, there's clearly something.
Or possibly something as simple as a knife, and Seward has like a bunch of garlic, crucifixes, and dogs and such. Needs a weapon, something like that, so that they can go off. And the thing is that while we are talking about Varna and Athens, it could just as easily be Munich. We haven't had any proxy events yet.
That's true.
Well,
So
that'd be very
Munich
exciting.
For all we know, that would be.
But that would be a very silly start, I would say. Wolf forming next to Nandus.
I think actually.
Yeah.
Klausenberg would also not be a bad shout here. I think it does actually create a problem being... Obviously, it was revealed with Hired Scouts. So, Pizzawizard might have drawn newspaper, and he's going to reveal it next turn anyway. But imagine if you don't draw newspaper, or you somehow you misclick and you reveal the Sarajevo thing. Well, there's still quite a lot of places it could be. It's going to be a real issue trying to find it.
Yeah... Although I will mention that we know that it's not Klausenberg for the wolf form, unless because I believe Mia scanned that night.
Oh really? Okay, I missed that. Okay, that's
we've had several scans. When exactly was the scouts? Was it just after the wolf form, or was it just after the next one?
No, I think it was 2 days. Is when there were 3 spaces on the trail, one of which was Saturday.
Okay, in which case it could be, so long as he went into Galatz or Bucharest after, and didn't hide. But
it's a big question. Is there going to be newspaper reports? That's the big question here.
Yeah, and he needs a good horse roll as well to make it.
Right. So even if you got the information, the movement might just render irrelevant. Well, there is charted carriage, so depending on where it is, maybe Mina could get there. Oh my goodness, what is going on in the chat? An anonymous gifter has gifted 10 subs. Thank you very much, anonymous gifter. Oh my god, the hype train's going as well. Holy moly, thank you very much.
Here we go again.
There we go again. Hype train for the subs, hype train for the final. Thank you very much, that's very kind. Oh. No. Oh, yep, there is.
Oh. It was... Whoa, fake wolf form. Okay. Okay, so apparently that I was meant to confuse him or something.
Yeah, I'm confused, but we'll roll with it and we'll see what happens. It's going to be intriguing anyway. So it can't be Athens for the rumor, because obviously that blocks him in.
Whoa!
Oh my goodness, Snuff. Thank you, Snuff, for gifting 5 subs. Holy moly.
Looks to me as if you need to make new goals.
Yeah. Thank you, Snuff. That's so kind. Okay. Nice move by Godalming into Sofia. So we know it's Salonika. Now, are they equipped to deal with these things? That's the question. Oh, wait. Oh, that was a horse move. Okay, very nice.
Yeah. Presumably why he went up to Le Havre. Okay, going down to Marseille. Typical.
Yes, indeed.
Typical thing.
Oh, and Charlotte Cartridge on both Mina and
Oh.
Godalming. Obviously, Godalming just used his, but still that's a lot of movement.
Yeah. And typically it's around in the east where you want to use that in the first place.
Right.
So.
Or to get.
So we know.
It. Yeah. Yep. Decent. Well, I mean, this is a good start actually for Pizzawizard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Assuming there is a stake. I assume it's going to be hoax vampire, unless there's some sort of shenanigery where it's going to be like a fake. If they're saying it's a hoax, but it's actually a fighting vamp on Valona, try and catch Mina out, maybe.
Hi from. Tell me hello back from this, Julie.
Hi, Meep.
Yeah, so, either Godalming or... So, basically, does Godalming goes to Valona, or Godalming or Mia does that and presumably...
Yeah, a bit risky, because I guess there's the risk there that if Godalming has a stake and goes to Salonika, then Mina might not get to Valona in time. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but maybe Godalming's the one with the stake.
Okay.
He could get delayed in Valona, so...
Well, I would say just go to Sophia for now.
Yeah, he pre-cleared Sophia, so it's a nice landing spot for Mina.
Yeah, so obviously he went... Oh, no stake. So, okay, in that case, just escape and let this go. Go ahead, erase your rumor token.
Yeah.
Make the trail easier for us. Then again, the rumor token could be a bluff, but I don't see why that would be.
No, agreed.
Personally.
But then if you can get a bite onto Godalming here, that isn't insignificant. If Godalming takes so much damage that then if there is a vamp in Salonika, but then maybe Mina might go and deal with it if she's equipped. So
I mean, if Godalming did not have a stake, and I would kind of assume that Mina does, because surely with Godalming and Mina supplying together, surely they got at least one of the four, right? And we didn't see any discards. So, I am skeptical about there being 0 stakes in the East.
no, it's just I guess the question is going to be if there's only one, which one of the two have it? But if Mina has it and Godalming just gets out of this, then that's fine. Obviously, doesn't really want to get bitten because it'd be a bit annoying to give up a point this early, but at the same time, it's not the end of the world either. Claws. Ooh, okay.
Ouch.
Yeah, Godalming's taking some damage, but he's not bitten, so...
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, and it's especially early. It's not... Which, that's both good and bad. It means that later, like... Especially if he chooses to mature this, Gul'dan will have a day, like 1 or 2 days to just heal.
Yes.
So, well, here's one interesting thing. I'm not sure if we know whether or not he went directly into the to Black Sea coast, or whether he could be going further inland and via Belgrade. Right now, I'm not sure if we know the answer to that. So therefore, might it? I think that we're just seeing a lair strategy here, because we now have he could now move on to Sarajevo, because almost regardless where he is, which would imply that circumstances would imply that he's at Bucharest, right?
Yeah.
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 Yep. which means that okay, so that means that he went. That's okay. So that means he went Bucharest, Klausenberg, and then Belgrade.
Right.
Yeah, that tells us his exact trail for him to be able to get there without the wolf form.
It'd be very interesting to hear if this rumor token is actually genuine, or as Snuff is maybe saying in chat, it could be like something like a bats. Push them into Valona.
Yeah.
There'll be another night fight with the vamp, but the hunter might be equipped with things like escape routes and the like.
Yeah.
Would you really?
Yeah, and obvious.
Would you want to move Mina onto Salonika here? Or would you rather keep her where she is, and then you're risking the 7-point mature?
I would send Mina to investigate it. If for no other reason than to block it so that he can't wolf form there.
Yeah.
So he can't just lair it and then wolf form there to have 3 things there instead. I think that typically I've battled Wakajic many a time, Wakajic and Spencer many a time, and I have found out that that's one of the best ways to defeat the lair stratagem is to simply occupy the lairs.
Assuming
that
assuming the trail gives you the option to do that. In this case, yes, because and it also makes sense because Dumming was low health, so he wouldn't want to move anyway. So
yeah,
so
So now Valona's blockaded. Salonika, which is about to become a lair. Okay, so Mia did indeed have the stake, as I suspected.
Wasn't bad.
But if it's a bat,
it was a
no bat.
No. The fact there's no ambush is like, oh, it was a vamp then, after all.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's definitely a world there where Mina could have got battered into like 2 vampires in Valona.
Well, that wouldn't have been the absolute worst thing, considering that at least one of them would be a new vamp, and therefore Gul'dan could pitch in to help out with that one.
With him being...
If the other was a Reckless, on the other hand, that would have been a bit sticky.
Right.
But let's keep in mind that if it came down to a serious fight, like presumably if he did choose to do that, they would be coming out swinging with weapons. And if Gul'dan doesn't have a stake, well, what does he have?
Right.
I would guess something along the lines of like rifle and knife, or heavenly host knife.
And Mina probably has a knife as her other weapon or other item, I would presume, but it depends on how the draw was.
I would assume so. Yes.
There's not much indication in the discard pile. But now got a little bit of... This is very different to the first game. We've now got a little bit of a game of chicken going on here in terms of how Dracula's revealed. But can the hunters pounce? Can they punish him? Is Dracula going to try and wolf form like through Seward, or is he going to try and stay east? Staying east might be a bit difficult because obviously Sophia can't be led right now.
Yeah. So what would I do as Drac? Honestly, I might just... Let's see. Gul'dan has 6 health. Might I just move down onto Valona anyway? Because what if you prep that up by putting a fog there as the second encounter? You could be just sitting there with a new vamp to ambush people who walk in, have a daytime fight with Gul'dan, and then possibly just clomb. Presumably, in the process of the day fight, you deal 2 damage, and then he would have to rest by day in order to, or move off to. I think that moving to Valona would not be the worst choice. And then you could go to Adriatic and then wolf form out. State of Rome, and then make.
Well, so if the hunters are really beaten up, you got Salonika that's going to be a lair, and then Sophia's going to be a lair afterwards, and then you suddenly got a situation where like Bucharest and Klausenberg start maturing, and it's like, well, then do the hunters still focus on you, or if they're badly beaten up? You know, if the hunters are equipped with a lot of stuff, they could just kill Dracula in Valona if Dracula decides to stay there, or to go there, I should say.
Yeah, I think that in RToWin, I know from the games I played with him and games I've seen with him is that he's definitely wickedly good at combat. I mean, I have a good enough talent myself where I can match him, but uh, as that is one of my fortes, and that's basically how I was able to win one against him and then come close the second time. I is like basically since he has that strength, why not play to it? I suppose is what I'm getting at.
But at the same time, if the hunters, I mean, Godalming didn't reveal anything against the new Vamp, but then suddenly, you know, Van Helsing might trade something, or if Seward is rocking a planned ambush or something, Pizzawizard might, even if RToWin is good at combat, Pizzawizard might just be able to brute force it with 3 hunters. But then Mina's down an item, but then she could get a lucky find from somewhere. There's a lot of risk, but again, it's a final, so you might have to risk.
Yeah.
It kind of seems like he was planning to go to Avalona because he's taking a lot of time to think if he actually can go there at the moment.
Yeah. And the fact that he's taking so much time to think about it seems to say that he did not, as I suggested. Maybe
not a fog, maybe something.
Yeah, not a fog.
But even something like a mob or something could still be, you know, could be quite devastating if all 3 hunters do move in, especially since Godalming is only on 6 health. I assume he would.
Yeah, and what if he put something like wolves or mob there? A mob would probably be the more devastating one of the two, obviously.
But then wolves would give you info, which I think would be valuable for an upcoming combat. So yeah, there's definitely some options here. But yeah, it
depends on which you value more, the damage or the info, because mob means that they're obliged to take damage or lose stuff, whereas wolves they either have to take damage or reveal stuff.
Hello, Mike. Welcome in. I think it's also a case of, like, from a Dracula perspective, you're having to count the hunter events, so just working out, right, how many events do hunters need for me to be, you know, for this to be devastating bad play to do? Yeah, you're right, Snuff. Yeah, it's very different to last game. We're not gonna have a traditional sort of run around. This is clearly gonna be a different type of game. But this could go very quickly. If RToWin misplays here and Pizzawizard is ready for this fight.
I'm in danger.
Yeah, Dracula could be in danger of losing very fast.
This is fine. I'm okay with the events that are unfolding currently.
Very funny stuff.
Yeah, tough call. I don't know, I'm trying to think what things would have maybe changed RToWin's calculations here.
Here we go.
Maybe the hunter's been so defensive? I'm not sure. There's definitely good stuff by Pizzawizard to keep Godalming there, and you know, Mina dealt with Sonica very well.
Yeah. But speaking of Mina, the fact that she had a stake and therefore not a combat item might be more incentive to do the Valona play. Like, it might influence. I imagine that it's definitely influencing his thinking.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Agreed.
But there are so many things you could do here. Like, Wolfform has quite a few different locations. Well, actually, not that many. Not that many that aren't already on the trail. But honestly, now that you've got them committed, do you just Wolfform west to Munich? Because Goldamung's they've kind of already committed to, by spending a stake and spending a chunk of health, so to speak, they're kind of somewhat committed to dealing with the rest of this. In a certain sense.
Yeah, it's a really tricky one, because then you do have the unknown factor of, we assume that Van Helsing can't get into Munich either, but then the third child carriage could be about, or there could be a renewed vigor trade for it. I'm kind of surprised actually that Van Helsing did not take. I don't know, what did Van Helsing do during his night action? I'm really surprised he didn't take the child carriage off Mina. To sort of
I think that it was. I think it was just working on horse economy.
Well, that's fine too, if that's the case. That's a very fair thing to do.
I don't know. I don't know for sure, or by any means, but.
Oh.
Indeed. Interesting choice.
Yeah.
Well, not the one we expected.
No. Especially
Put it mildly.
And Dracula didn't get any health off that.
He got one. He did wolf form at the beginning.
Oh, true. Yeah.
So
that's
nothing.
Because he would have been able to feed if there was if he hadn't taken any damage. Feed would be unavailable.
So that seems to say that the encounters that I'm sitting on right now are better defensive encounters than the ones in Valona. So clear out of there. Or basically.
and they have a choice now if there is something valuable on the trail that way they wanna their fear. There's a hoax or something that would really suck for them if they ignore it.
Right.
Well, I think that will be Seward's role. They can just continue blocking up layers while for instance, Seward could horse to Sophia now.
Yeah.
But
blockade.
But that leaves the west open.
Yeah. I think they are happy with the Dracula going west if they can just clear the trail kind of quickly.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It will cost them some time, but the thing is, they do have time to spare.
Well, maybe if Dracula goes west, then what happens then tomorrow? Sud goes to Klausenberg, Mina goes to Bucharest. They deal with that double. Oh, maybe not. Maybe she'll go.
Oh, this is interesting. Salonika. I suppose Salonika doesn't have as many as Valona does, so therefore you're okay with him moving from one to fort to another.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, if he goes to Salonika, there's only, well, unless he somehow, if all three hunts go and he goes to Sophia, he only has to go out by sea. So that'll be the end of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Saboteur. Okay. Is that a rifle or a pistol? No.
No, apparently not. Unless it's a bluff.
Or... Yeah. To be honest, would you really be eager to show that Mina does not have an anti-fang item? I wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't either. I don't think a Saboteur mature here is going to be too costly.
It could be a nuisance, to be sure, but...
Yeah.
Especially since we're in the east here.
Now he's gonna go to Valona, right? Since they have Mina can't join.
You think so?
Yeah.
She's delayed.
I don't see why he wanted to wait unless it was to maybe get on his
Yeah, I think that
highway.
he'll go to his Salonika lair now, because especially with Mia delayed and therefore unable to take part, it'll be a 2-on-1 at worst.
I think maybe just goes to Valona and then to Salonika if they don't block it.
That is also possible.
Imagine there is a fog in Valona, and Sud moves in, triggers it, And then they're both stuck there in Valona. He can go to Salonika for free. Maybe that's what he's planning. And he wanted an extra day to make it happen.
Wait. Yeah, but I see no reason why he wouldn't Wolfform down to Salonika now.
Yeah. He's clearly planning to stay at least. Otherwise, the feeds it seems kind of odd choice.
Either that, or he was simply trying to stall all to make them commit a bit more, like make them fully commit before going west.
But the thing's like, if he plays Wolfform now, well, it's like, well, unless it's obvious and he goes back to his Salonika lair, even if he goes further east, I don't think Hunters care if he does that. But he's only going to Munich or Vienna. If he moves only once, hoping he will form later, well, you could get a 2-on-1 in Zagreb. I still like the Hunter situation here. It depends on how well equipped they are. That's the thing, and also only Pizzawizard knows that.
Yeah. I mean, there's still 13 cards yet to be drawn. We haven't had it. We've only had one rifle discard. So,
yeah.
And wait a minute. Is this even Pizzawizard? Why are there all the holy bullets in
Yeah,
the
I was gonna
discard?
say, yeah. Maybe he's just too fuming the fact that RToWin used holy bullets against him last game. Just like, no, I'm not gonna. I'm just not gonna engage. Yeah, again, really tough call here for Dracula.
Yeah, I think
He doesn't want to use Wolf.
Yeah, because
and use it too early. But if he doesn't use it, he might get pounced on by 2 hunters. So 2 equipped hunters.
you know what? I think what I would do is I would Wolfform West, and then later, Wolfform to Munich, and eventually try to go to sea from Marseille or Genoa or something, then come back east to the lairs that way.
I have to see.
They think the Hunters is kind of good position if Dracula Wolfforms there. They shouldn't have too much trouble clearing up the trail.
Yes, but it'll cost some time, and he can be building a new one in the myriad of corridors that I specialize in.
Right. The Sarajevo thing could also be really tricky, especially if he throws down a rumor right now on it. Are they equipped to deal with double thing? It could be,
double vamp, or
it might not be a double vamp.
Or pass.
Double spy would actually be kind of nice in that position because you got surrounded completely by small cities. But then if they're moving west, that wouldn't be as good. Yeah, tough call again.
To be sure. So,
Unless you Wolfform to Athens. Hope that all the hunters charge west and they leave Valona open. You go back there anyway. Maybe like, I've revealed myself, but you've now got triple encounter.
Okay,
Wolfform.
They're not gonna. It's not going to Athens. They're not going to rush
not
west.
Salonika, though.
They need to clear the trail first.
Wolfform to Sora that is not Salonika. I wouldn't be surprised if that's Varna that we're talking about, actually. Because Seward may, if they're going to stop Klausenberg, Seward may want to horse now to account for poor horse rolls.
Oh. Yes!
What?
I called it!
What? It doesn't make any sense to me that he would go to.
Oh, that is amazing.
Yeah.
Called it. I mean, but if he can get out of this and beat up these 2 hunters, then he can go back into his Valona thing. There's triple encounter there. It's not terrible.
I mean, even if he suffers a little bit, I would not hesitate to do that myself in his position. After all, you can even put a roadblock right there on the road to Athens.
Ooh, no combat events. No combat events, but there was obviously no ambush. I don't know why there was not an ambush, if that was a misclick, or RToWin really felt they wouldn't go into Athens. That's insane. Oh my goodness.
200 is enough to kill Dracula on week 3.
Yes. Well, with
It's-
no combat events, I think that it will be tough to land a kill. If you... at this health total, at only 1 health more, I've been able to get it away from a 3-on-1 successfully at this time of the game. So...
Good thing here is Escaper's Bat isn't very good. Oh, nice rifle.
Oh.
Because Sari was on the trail, and you can't misdirect the trail in the Escaper's Bat form. You'd have to clear a layer, and that means then Dracula's just got less stuff. Oh my goodness, that was a devastating turn.
Yep, okay. 6 damage in 1 round.
I mean, that's a good start for Pizzawizard.
Yep. Earnestly trying to get his revenge for last game.
Yeah. Because we didn't see any 2v1s in the last game, because all 1v1 stuff. So yeah, this is a very just completely different game entirely. Very good turn. Yeah, I say Escaper's Bat isn't actually a bad result here if Dracula ends up doing it. Hunters don't need to be scared of that, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would say that Escaper's Bat, especially all the spots are layers. Well, that being said, it could be a bit nasty. So 2 rifles on Glaming. So he's got a horse and 2 rifles.
So he can't escape his bat against Godalming. So it's going to be Seward who's going to be the potential target, but Seward might be.
No, but does he especially care about escape his bats? Is the thing?
But if he's not careful, he's just going to be. Well, I don't know. It depends, but Dracula's going to be.
So
looking...
my point is, why not just escape his mist? Dead.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, it's really bad for Dracula to be escaping his mist here. He's not going to take any damage for it. There's no Aggie, but then he's going to have to go to. Well, he could go into Valona.
There it goes. Bye bye. Oh, what the?
Oh, well, true. We never saw a knife on. We
Where'd that
never saw a horse on Godalming, did we?
I suppose no. He did a char carriage and then just normal road. Should have pulled that out in round 2, apparently.
Yeah. Do we see this?
So
no, we didn't see the crucifix, the second crucifix, but okay.
Yeah.
To be honest,
for sure.
to be honest, I think you're perfectly fine to go to Valona. Reason being that you are about to mature a Saboteur, and then you can just block off the road. Say, nope, you're not going anywhere.
Unless there's a good luck.
Yeah. But he'll have to wait until the person who has the good luck till it's their turn.
Right, but the thing is, it's most likely. I guess it depends on where he puts it. Oh yeah, because if he puts it in between Athens and Valona, then that's going to really screw over Godalming or Seward.
Yeah, and we could see a speedy telegraph to get around the fact that you need to.
Well, looks like he's going back then.
Considering that you have a new vamp, one other thing, and now another thing of your choice. And yet now that it's a triple hideout, that's not going to be I might have hesitations of engaging that only 2v1 anyway.
Yeah, I agree.
Third scout's gone.
And the thing is, like, even if Klausenberg is like a vamp, it's not going to clear the wolf form. So then, Pizzawizard doesn't mind this situation. It's going to be what happens tomorrow, right? You can't feed. You could hide on the spot. But then, if wolf form always stays on the trail, eventually Dracula's just going to run out of room.
Yeah.
And if they can guarantee with Horse Economy that all 3 of them can get into Salonika, but Mina can't get into Salonika tomorrow. But they've been supplying, so... it looks like they've kept all their original. Oh no, Seward got rid of a pistol. It seems, unless that was Van Helsing's turn.
I don't think he had a pistol in the first place.
Yeah, there was a. Huh?
We saw 2 rifles off of Goldong, but we saw a host and
Pistol with Seward.
and did we see a pistol on Seward? Didn't recall that.
Yeah. I don't know what's happening with the item discards. Oh, because Seward was down an item, so he didn't discard one. Yeah, so the pistol was from Van Helsing. So it's not Seward who has the pistol. Oh, that was... I'm really surprised Godalming searched that. You've lost all your pressure now, because if Dracula goes into Salonika, you could have got 2-on-1.
Yeah.
Now you can't. You can only get a 1-on-1 at best. I mean, unless Mina has sense of emergency. But then you're going sense of emergency.
Or you have renewed vigor.
Right, but then Godalming's delayed, and it's like... don't know. The Hunters have so it's such a tricky game. They've got the health advantage over Dracula, with Dracula being so low on health and he's already fed. But there's obviously this huge trail to deal with, and they have to navigate.
Yeah, and the thing is that if Klausenberg is a vampire, while it won't it give him wolf armor, it will give him feed.
Yes, so he could then feed on the spot. Yeah.
Yeah. But the thing is the feed worth it? Do you give up 3 more encounters because of it?
Yeah, I don't know. No, it's a bodyguard.
Bodyguards.
Oh,
okay.
now we'll
Is
know
it a
if
knife?
it's a weapon.
It is indeed a knife.
Okay, so it wasn't a bluff in Klausenberg and Bucharest with the Saboteur, but
Not that we thought it was.
no.
So. I think if I had to guess, remember that Goldaming showed double rifle and knife in that. It showed, and therefore it doesn't have a horse.
Yep.
Maybe that's why he was the one to search the thing, so that if it was something delaying.
Good point. If they don't have movement, like a sense of emergency or excellent weather, yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I think that's actually very heads up by Pizzawizard, in point of fact.
And maybe then, if that's the case, then Godalming is just going to be the one who will end up tackling this triple location then, because he just can't get anywhere else.
Or at least we'll try to.
Yes, exactly.
Then again, he can use his ability to just dig up at least 1 or 2 stakes.
Absolutely. Or find the last horse, but unless Van Helsing finds it. But then Van Helsing could, depending on movement, he could get into this situation quite quickly. So
yeah, he could go to Munich, and that if he had, in the event, like for instance, Van Helsing just to supply the 3rd horse, right here on the today, he could jump to Munich and then to Sarajevo in theory, in time to help tackle that.
Yeah,
theoretically.
Absolutely.
But the thing is, the moment you do that, Dracula probably just goes to sea. He's drawn all of you into the east, and I'd say at that point he's relatively happy to just leave.
Right. But obviously unhappy that he's lost 9 of his health. But yeah, it's
Of course. There is the question: do you go to the Sophia lair?
I don't think you do, and then Mina could end up coming into the fight. I guess it depends on what encounters you have. If you can maybe snipe her knife or something, but then maybe as a spy, you just Pizzawizard ignores it.
Let's see. Went to Salonika. Okay.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. Got double.
Yeah, I think
rules
that.
to do now.
Yeah, and I think that with that, the probability of being of the hunt, the chances of the hunters dealing with that and without needing time to heal is very slim. So I think that that now you just forget about the other layers. Go to C, get a head start in the West.
Now, there was a trade between Seward and Van Helsing. Yep, Seward's going aggressive. I wonder if there's a heroic leap here or some other stuff.
Would not be surprised.
Yeah.
Okay.
This could be... Oh,
Bats.
okay.
Oh, that's gonna be nasty.
Oh, that is going to be bad because of Valona. Yeah. Unless Dracula dies before that even happens.
Well, if we're talking about heroic leap, that's not gonna. That's not quite enough. As you get 6, not 5.
Right. Ooh,
Oh.
Nice. Forewarned.
Okay, a new vampire to soften him up. Did we see a trade between Godalming and Seward at any point? I don't think so.
I don't think so
Not
either,
that I
but I
noticed, at
wouldn't be
least.
surprised if there was. Well, Godalming did his search the hoax, so maybe Seward might have done it on his turn, unless you're trying to start a horse economy. I can't remember.
No.
Yeah, so we know that Seward has a pistol, a horse, and that's all we know
Right, but
for sure.
if there was a
He
choice-
had a host.
Yeah.
If he had a host, but the question is, where is? But honestly, if you have heroic leap, I would just do heroic leap, because that makes it say he can't go to C. Well, frankly,
Yeah, you could just jump on him tomorrow with Mina and Seward, and you can just fight through what he's got.
What's more, Seward, despite Godalming's large health pool, Seward, it's almost a deal 3 to yourself and become delayed sort of thing.
Yes,
and that's actually not that bad. That's actually not that bad to the hunter.
Yeah. No, I don't think they can hit him tomorrow if he's on 1 hit point, because he's gonna be on Sophia there. But maybe they just wait a bit. You see, if he is on 1 hit point, limping around in the east, he's gonna have a bad one.
Oh dear. Oh no. She has only a knife.
Yeah, she's dying.
Then again, I would not be surprised that. Oh, there it is. Heroic leap.
Holy moly.
Hey. This
would have been better if Mina doesn't go and die now.
Right, and also then Belgrade's going to mature. So depending on what that... Whoa, Knights of... Whoa, what is going on?
night supply.
Oh
dear.
What is going on? What is going on? Gyro, read the book we got you. I'm just surprised she didn't go to Belgrade. Like, just... Oh, okay, right. Never mind.
GG.
Never mind.
GG.
It's done.
Okay, well.
However, there is one thing.
IDS and influence.
Yes. If that bats can...
And also depending on Belgrade, right?
Wait, apparently she can't... apparently he actually does not have the... He only has 1 host now.
Right.
So actually he's not forced to see. So it's not GG yet.
No.
Yeah.
He will be forced to just lay down the hide card.
If Mina dies and Belgrade is a mature, then
is
a vamp, then the hunters really have problems.
If he could kill him, he would never have moved Mina in the first place, because there would be no point.
But if you're going to put consecrated ground into Sofia, you don't need to move Mina there.
Yeah.
So just move her to Belgrade, and then you deal with the encounter. There's no way that she dies, unless there's a...
I think this must have been a reaction. Mina could have... Who caused the consecrated ground?
Yeah, it's possible that's actually possible.
I think it's Van Helsing. Oh, trying to get a heavily host. Okay, that makes a lot of sense why a knight's supplying. Oh,
yeah.
imagine if you'd given him devilish power. Oh no! Oh, this is wild. Okay, so it's not over yet.
Just keep it coming, guys, all conspiracy theories. Let's hear them. Yeah, that does explain the Knight's Supply. What to go undiscard? No, he didn't discard a rifle, so he didn't discard a rifle, so he still has his.
Oh.
Okay, claw.
Ooh,
Oh,
nice dodge.
okay. Yeah, Pizzawizard's combat skills being put to the test now.
Absolutely. But we've seen hunters in
So-
worse shape than this get out, but just because Mina has 2 ways of dying, which can just be devastating.
I would mez next to the vamp. Yeah.
Oh, nice punch.
Up, punch. Well, if you have the second mez, do it again, or either that, or if you have the second claw,
Claw.
then do the.
Yeah. Yeah, the
As Mina, you just try to escape. You don't care.
Yeah. Oh, there's
Give him
second
the-
claws. Oh, dodge!
Oh, whoa. Okay, do you gamble as the vampire with a strength this time?
Oh, try and break the knife. Because imagine...
No, I was thinking more to
punch.
intercept the punch, because you, as the hunter, you will assume that the vampire will likely do a mez to counteract a knife or escape. Up, mez. Up, got her. And now you just do now you do plotting.
And strength, right?
Because Mina will have to do dodge or knife.
Oh, Mina has to play dodge then knife, because you don't want to do it knife first, and then you get plotted on, and then you can't stop it. She might have great strength too, by the way.
There is that, but I think that we want to see the game go on longer, so we're kind of like going for the situation that helps Drac most in this case.
Right.
Given the crucial situation.
But not so much. Not so much that then Pizzawizard doesn't get the tie break, right?
That is true. Yeah, this is.
There's a lot that could still happen
here.
There's a lot that could happen. Belgrade Mature
Oh, yeah.
could be really telling here, depending if it hurts Seward in some way, if it's a hoax, whatever that card was.
If it's a wolves, it could put the finishing touch on Mina. That great strength cannot shield Fang. Whoa! Oh boy!
Why are you punching? Dodge knife. Oh, okay. Oh man,
wow.
that was so much influence because it was an ambush. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh man, that
wow.
was not how to play
that
one.
went so well for RToWin. So even if the Vampire Lair pops up, at the very least, RToWin has secured that he gets to pick for the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
That much is now guaranteed. That being said, the mini renewed vigor may yet show itself, as it will, given the current number, it would give the hunters one more day.
Right. Does nothing for tiebreaker, but yes, it would affect this game. Yeah. Oh no,
Yeah.
you have to dodge knife there, and even if like your knife gets broken, well, at least Mina doesn't die. Then the second, if the new vamp that's there, it could be something.
Oh no!
Oh wow! Oh, there you.
Oh boy, here. Just pick up a devilish power and go to Sophia now.
Right. But there might not be devilish power. That's the problem. There's how many? It's 9.
Well,
9
there's. I think there's at least 2, maybe 3 copies of that in the deck.
2.
So I think probability is very high.
Yeah, there are 2 copies. So yeah, the odds are pretty good of one being there.
Yeah. That versus something else like, however, at this point, odds are getting higher and higher that Gul'dan will have found the horse. Is a big problem. So I honestly would be pretty satisfied with a roadblock. Personally.
Yeah, it would have been quite different if Mina had gone to Belgrade instead.
Yeah, that was a huge mistake, I think.
Yeah, but the thing is, if there's no devilish power, what's going to happen in the Dawn fight?
Yeah, but he
planned ambush.
He still has a hunter versus a 1 hit point Dracula. That is kind of a
Yes,
Nice.
that's exactly what I'm saying now. It is not over.
So I've just done the calculation. There is a 60% chance of there being at least one devilish power in there. Seems kind of crazy.
Yeah, so more than half the time, he will have at least one of them. Question is, what else is there? I suppose that's the real question at present. Although, what if there's Unearthly Swiftness and then you mature Sarajevo with it? Wonder what that is.
Wait, he wasn't. No, he could have hid in Salonika, I suppose. It's the reason to move Mina at all, because every other move will kill him.
I'm still just so surprised, like, that Pizzawizard didn't do
Didn't
dodge.
play
Because, like,
dodge or knife.
okay, 'cause even if the knife gets broken round 6, I don't know what the other encounter is. We know there's a new vamp that's going to definitely ambush. Oh, there's
Very funny gyro.
I've just seen there are 3 vampires in Valona.
Yeah, he ambushed with all of them, but only one of them actually got to show itself.
Right, because the Heavenly Host token revealed it.
How many events do Gul'daming has 2, Seward has 2.
Yeah.
At present.
Okay, so
and Van Helsing in the event there's a speed telegraph also has 2. So
okay, the chances that Mina gets out of that is unlikely, but you just never know. You need to keep yourself alive as long as possible, and if suddenly you might have a situation where both the other 2 vampires never draw a mesmerize, and they just somehow she gets out of it. Unlikely, but you never know.
yeah,
Oh,
devilish power.
There
it is. Goodbye. I imagine people are just devastated with this.
yeah. Oh, man, Mina should have just gone to Belgrade. I know she would have probably searched the hoax and got delayed, but she doesn't die. You haven't given up any influence.
Yeah.
This is insane.
Now imagine that was the one that he gave him through the night supply.
Well, that's also true. Yeah, because there's still another Dracula card in hand. Oh, then tickets are not going to be screwed up. So even if Gul'daming did draw a horse, he might not get there. Oh my.
Yeah.
God. Oh, but the lair is gone. He did.
Yeah, he ambushed that was the bats that he ambushed
sure,
Mina with.
So of course it would disappear. Yeah, of course it would. Yeah. Well, there's only one encounter. If Gul'daming can get there, they can win this. But if he can't get there, then this is awkward, to say the least.
Planned ambush is really all that he would need.
Did he reveal Heavenly Host? Seward?
I
don't think
no.
Oh.
Oh, do we have another for?
Nah.
Nope.
No chance.
But it would have been funny to see another forewarned, I will say.
Oh. We're gonna have quadruple encounter on Sarajevo.
Quadruple encounter, yeah, that is definitely Dracula's safest move.
Yeah, but he can just ignore Sarajevo because it will be on things that go away with Valona.
Unless, I wonder, what if that's like a double wolves? Do you kill Seward?
It could be, yeah.
Do you mature them to and even if you don't, at that point he's just so crippled that would he dare try? Because he would still have the whatever encounter you place there to deal with. But we have 4 out of 5 fighting vamps out on the table, but Dracula still is at extremely low health. I think that this hunter should just take this nice and easy. Yes, you're gonna have to let him go to all the way up to 12 influence, but so long as but even if he does go to the castle, if he goes to the castle, you can surround him. If he doesn't, well,
the problem is just going to be how on earth do they kill these 3 vampires in Valona? That's the real issue
Well,
here.
they don't.
Yeah, they skipped them.
They skipped them.
In my opinion, they don't just accept that loss, because really I imagine if you try and one of the recluses gets a fang on you and yet survives,
Yeah.
that's game.
But then
You just can't. What? Just imagine in the what if Mio was holding Vampire Lair?
Yeah, but I'm just worried
That
that
literally
they
just-
try and jump onto Drag later, and he's sitting on a Reckless, and they get the
I
5 that
know,
way.
but at least by then you'll have had time to search for Vampire Lair.
Yeah. He still has 6 cards.
Yeah, and you might as well just let. I mean, he's spending 4 fighter vamps plus whatever is here. Are you gonna get to? How are you gonna clear Sarajevo normally?
You can't.
Exactly. So just let it all go away in one swoop. So obviously he's gonna feed there at Sarajevo. But yeah, it's now time for the hunters to play recovery. Simply wait, be patient. Although I would move Van Helsing to Munich. I would have Van Helsing start chugging along to Munich to, like, intercept.
Yeah, possible wolf form or something.
Yeah, because But here's a hilarious thing. And does he feed it, then play down the hide card, and then not mature Valona?
Oh, that's
He's moving.
Vienna.
That's the last. That's the last charge carriage.
Yeah, I assume it's going to. Nope, going to Munich. That's nope. Never mind. Go up to Vienna. Hmm. Does he have?
Well, sense of emergency now.
Oh,
Okay.
there's
Oh, Vampire Lair.
Vampire Lair.
There's your answer to the reckless problem.
Right, assuming she can draw a stake in time.
To an extent.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, that thing will only take him up to 12. So long as you leave it be, he's not gonna win during that time frame. I mean, we didn't see all that many stakes discarded. I would assume that someone has one.
Yeah.
Quite possibly Van Helsing.
And the deck's reshuffled.
And besides, we know Pizzawizard. Doesn't he always keep a stake on Van Helsing for precisely this purpose?
Yeah. But the fact that Van Helsing's moved up now, but then I guess if the game goes on long enough, he has time to trade it and use it.
Yeah. I think, you just ignore Valona and hope you kill Dracula before and he can
Before week 4.
Points, yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is, that's 2 out of the 3 recklesses gone. And who knows? Maybe the last one's in Sarajevo.
It could be. It could definitely well be. Oh,
For all we know, that could be all 5 fire vamps gone.
oh,
Just like that.
that move, oh my goodness, that move to Sophia was devastating. I'm so surprised that Pizzawizard would do that. Pizzawizard is normally very safe. I understand why he wants to block it and everything, but...
But yeah, but he already had the Dracula kind of dead to rights, because if he didn't go to Sophia, he had a day fight when he could have killed Dracula.
Oh.
Oh.
Hello.
Oh, are they pulling the trigger?
What's this?
Nope.
Okay, I'm not sure exactly what he wants this for, but we'll see.
Oh, he rolled slow with Van Helsing.
Well, in that case, just go to Zagreb and block that off. Okay. That works too.
Yeah, makes sense. Plains Van Helsing
Okay.
has the third horse, so Godalming's never getting out of Athens.
Well, that's not necessarily true, because Mia lost her horse. What if he finds that?
Oh, the Heavenly Host just got discarded.
That's he's already spent CG.
Did he top deck
so-
the horse? Maybe he did.
Considering that he tossed a rifle along with it, I would think so. Either that or a stake to use the Vampire Lair with.
Yeah, interesting use of Speedy Telegraph. Maybe he was going
I
to
think that
try and get Van Helsing in and just brute force his way through these 4 encounters, and if Van Helsing
yeah, because
rolled
since he
well, he would have got in.
yeah, let us say hypothetically that one event he's holding is a forewarned, because then he could diffuse one that way. He could yeah. Otherwise, I don't see.
Mina Harker have that Van Helsing just stole from her?
Oh, Van Helsing did take Vampire Lair.
All right, so maybe he has a
That's-
stake then. Or
I
it's
would.
yet, he's still the best one to have it on when they find it.
Right. Unless
They don't have it.
unless Gadami just got a stake and Van Helsing wants to trade it to him.
Again, I would not be surprised. We did not see all that many stakes enter the discard in the first place, and Golong's been sitting there for a while, so simply that probability is high that he's found one, either that or the horse, if not both, because he just tossed away a rifle and a host.
Yeah.
Okay, playing the hide card.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so now he's gonna go back to Valona, maybe. If that happens, then maybe you try for silencing Salonica.
So you won't get the points.
By,
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's the one he's definitely. Oh, yep, found the horse.
Oh, are they just going to brute force their way through Sarajevo here?
They could try.
If Van Helsing rolls well as well, then you have a 3-on-1, but then you wouldn't trade Vampire Lair over to Van Helsing if he doesn't have a stake, unless it's just Pizzawizard thinking in advance.
Well, not necessarily. If Van Helsing has only stake, if Van Helsing is not well equipped, we know that he has a horse, and if he plays Vampire Lair, it would mean that if these encounters end up being too much to a rats. We know that he has a rifle.
No,
or
he
what?
Tossed it.
He
Must have been
he did
traded.
have a rifle.
Traded it.
But he has a lot of.
Must have traded the other one to Seward, maybe then.
Either that or discarded another time that I didn't notice. Okay, all right. Let's have it. What we got?
Well, that's good deduction by RToWin then, because it means then Seward's going to take 2 damage.
Yeah. Yeah, I imagine that 1 or 2 of these won't be the best of encounters. So, Goldaming, let me see, what would be double mob plus the rats?
Oh yeah,
Maybe.
That'd be pretty good. That'd be very good. Seward would have to start discarding items if that's the case. Maybe you just chuck away the horse at this point. You should have enough damage to kill Dracula here.
All or nothing?
Yeah, I think all or nothing here. Yeah.
Oh, tossing away a stake
There you
too.
go.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is.
Seward is of a similar mind.
You either kill Dracula or you lose at this point.
Spy. Ooh, that's nasty.
Well,
All or nothing. Yeah.
Oh, he's got
Oh, plan to ambush.
That's
Oh
good.
no.
Yeah, I mean obviously
That is
good strength.
that
but
is-
still.
okay. So this is, I think, GG for Dracula. I do not think that he can defend against this.
No.
Seward has rifle and knife, and Goldaming has what? Whoa. That's a bit concerning.
Wait, what? What happened there?
Okay, so he didn't show anything against wolves.
Gadami didn't show anything.
Yeah.
Oh,
That is a little bit concerning.
that is. Does he have like
However, Van
has-
Helsing now can move in
yeah,
for free.
horse heavenly host? I guess. Oh no, he threw away the horse, didn't he? What is
Oh, Mia just popped up a renewed vigor.
Oh,
In the
where was that earlier?
And 3 hunters is, I think, still is in too much for Dracula for sure.
Yeah, you just slam
Yep.
in and just throw all the weapons.
Yeah, planned ambush. I think that if it weren't for the planned ambush, maybe the hunters might play a little bit too cautious. But
Well, unless they have 2 damage each, it's kind of...
well, Gul'daming, if he's not bluffing, has no weapons whatsoever. So
he
therefore,
yeah, that's true. That's true.
I guess from Pizzawizard's perspective, he knows that the IDS is in such that he doesn't have to think, like, it doesn't matter what metric he loses by here, he's losing the roll choice for the tiebreak. So he can just, if Gul'daming dies here, it doesn't matter as long as Drac dies.
yeah, this is an all or nothing throw of the dice. If they somehow don't manage it now, that'll just be game over for the hunters.
Yeah, I suppose he could bluff. He had no weapon, but just
He could.
he could throw a knife for best results.
Which honestly, what if he is faking not having a gun? Like, because then the thing that's being drawn to him is claws, doubtless, right?
Yep, Gul'daming's done.
Okay, do we have a great strength?
RToWin's calling GG, so... Oh, it is a great strength. Oh, he did have it. Where was that earlier? My goodness.
Yeah.
Well, I got drawn in the end.
All right. G, well played both.
Holy
That's
moly.
a really exciting game.
Really exciting.
Both. What a game for the finals. What a game for the finals. Yeah. Pizzawizard saw all that he had to do it there if he was to do this at all.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Mina dying just...
Tiebreaker it is.
Tiebreak it is, but RToWin's going to have the advantage because of Mina dying like that. One of Pizzawizard will come to live to regret that. That was a very costly mistake, potentially. We'll have to see. At least there's a tiebreak, so anything is possible.
Well, keep in mind that there are still 2 more vampires to go, so, like, if it had been a clause and she had escaped, it was unlikely that even if they did have great strength at the time, for her to survive.
Oh, I meant moving into Sophia in the first place, not the whole combat thing.
Oh.
Combat's tough. Alright.
Hey, Pizzawizard.
Hello, Pizzawizard. Congrats on the win. It's taken to a tiebreaker. How do you feel?
It doesn't feel like a win. I feel like I got taken apart and put back together over the course of that game.
That was very different from game 1, but it was, as you said, not the game that you want to play. And if I was in your shoes, I wouldn't want to play that type of game either. But you had to adapt.
I had to throw the flowchart out. You know, I always adhere to it, but this game I was like, no, cannot adhere to the flowchart. You just gotta throw what you got at him. Hope it sticks. Oh.
Yeah.
How much do you regret moving Mina into Sophia?
So much. I said before I moved to them, I was like, if there is anything but bats in Sophia, this move is great. Anything but bats. I was like, if it's anything, you know, even if he drew a bat, what's the chances in Sophia a great bat location? I said it before I moved her, and I was like, come on, just... And then there was a bat, and I audibly, it's probably going to show up in the recording, I slammed my desk. I was like, gosh, god damn it! He put the bat in Sophia? It's all over. I was like, Mina's dead. Mina's dead. And if Mina doesn't die there, if I don't do that, I win the IDS tie. Mm-hmm. He only has 2 IDS.
Yeah.
Hi, RToWin. You just heard the emotional wreck you made your opponent, even though you lost.
You don't understand, RToWin. You don't understand how I felt. Even now, I'm so shaken. I don't know if it's coming through my voice right now. You're a monster, okay? That Dracula play, awful. I never thought anyone... Wakajic also makes me feel this way sometimes, but you... Triple vampire Valona.
You rascal.
In the first ambush against Mina, I was getting so like I drew a really good combat hand, right? And I kept getting good combat cards, and I kept losing at rock paper scissors. Like claws into dodge, mesmerize into punch, claws into dodge again.
I was sitting there like, man, if this is one vampire, maybe Mina lives. I'm like, I know Mina's gonna die, but I'm playing it because I came here to play it. I'm just gonna lay down. But I was like, three night fights, she's so dead. She has one item, it's a knife. I mean, she's never getting out. She's never getting out of there. It's never happening.
I mean, you might have got the first vamp with dodge knife, but then if the knife had got broken, but still, like, you never know. Dracula suddenly with the next two vamps draws terribly, and somehow Mina gets out.
It went way better than I thought. I was like, she's doing the dance with death right now with this first vampire. It seemed so good, and then she died. And I was like, oh, well, that's over. At least it was quick. She didn't have to go through the whole posse.
No, that's true. Yeah, you didn't. Imagine if you'd gone through 3 vampire fights, and at the very last round of that third vamp, and she dies. You're like, all that for nothing.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Although arguably it would have been it would have been at least tolerable if you had managed to kill one with a punch knife combo. One of the recklesses. Weaken the spot so as to weaken the spot and make it tackle doable for the other hunters.
I don't think it matters though. Like I think that generally I'm basically like if Dracula's dying before that matures, or he's winning before it matures. I think it's easier for hunters to kill a 1 health Dracula than 3 vampires. So they should probably try.
Yeah, I was never gonna deal with that. At a certain point, I was like, I can't deal with Valona. I have to let Valona mature. And at a certain point, I was like, do I even try to get him in wherever you were? Was that Sarajevo? The city.
Well, the thing is, I'm about to go back to Valona.
Oh, you were gonna layer it. Okay. See, this is what people do.
Yeah, that's actually what we thought. Yeah, because he was. I imagine, and let me guess. After that, you're gonna go into Adriatic and then, leave them to have to tackle so many fire vamps.
Yeah,
maturing the Salonica one.
After Valona, and if I don't have fog in my hand, then everywhere looks like death apart from the sea, which looks like slow death. So I guess I'll take slow death.
In Valona, you're untouchable. Sitting on your palanquin of 4 vampires that are guarding you at all times, I'm not going anywhere near that. It's not. Heroic Leap's already been expended. I have no dream of getting. I mean, maybe if it's my only option. If it's I think you're going to do that or win, sure, I'll go for it. But if I have any other option, I will not try to go into Valona if you have 5 encounters there. I just feel like it's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah.
So got questions from me. What was the second? Well, what was the Dracula event that was night supplied? Was that the Devilish Power and you got something else for the hoax, or what was the deal there?
No, the night supply was seduction.
And
then the hoax was Devilish Power.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't I felt my choices. So I mean, my options were hide in place, fight Seward, and hope to really win at rock paper scissors, or take Devilish Power and move to Sophia, or take Emmanuel Hildesheim and hope.
Go to the casino. Just hope you hit the Devilish Power and other things.
Yeah, exactly.
That would have been quite a ballsy play.
Maybe I should have done actually, because I've already Mina's already moved on to the bats. I've basically already secured IDS.
Oh my god! So mad about that bats.
Yeah.
That felt like it was a very I don't know, non-Pizzawizard move to me. Obviously, if you get into Sophia, and I understand your rationale, you can use that as a block, and you can put the CG token somewhere else and things. Because I didn't realize the Heavenly Host situation, you couldn't force him out to sea and all that sort of stuff.
Here's the thing, right? Here's the unfortunate thing. I played it so dumb, right? I wake up that day, he's in Salonica. I've been thinking to myself, if he goes to Salonica, we're playing the CG. But in my head, because I'm I'll get him to misdirect Valona, and then he'll lose all of his vampires. It'll be genius. And he'll have to move back to Godalming, who doesn't have a horse. He can't get to him. But if he moves into Valona, Godalming can. I'm this is the best thing ever. And then as I'm going through my turn, I'm hold on. What if, better than that, I make him move into Mina in Sophia? If there's anything with bats there, that's a great play. I should do that. So I'm like, I'll do that plan. And then obviously we saw where that got us. Terrible idea. And then after that, I'm like, hold on. Van Helsing has the CG. What if I just Night Supply with Godalming? There's 2 Heavenly Hosts left in the deck. What if I just draw one, and then I wouldn't have needed to move Sophia at all? And I realized this as I'm going through my turn. I think if I had just, like, taken like, if I'd been like RToWin, I'd been like, hold on, I need 2 minutes. And just thought through the entire, what I was going to do with my 8 actions. We could have come up with a much more coherent plan. Instead, I vacillated between, like, 3 plans over the course of my turn as I, couldn't decide exactly what I wanted to do. It was very lucky that Godalming drew those horses. He drew it right off the top of the deck. Crazy that he did. I think I got very lucky, I think, to snag you in the end there, RToWin.
I think I was pretty scuppered.
I think that with a planned ambush and even a 2v1 there, it was good enough. Because I'm guessing that Van Helsing, to make a hazarded guess as to what sort of stuff he likely had a rifle plus a horse rifle and a stake. I'm guessing.
Yeah, he had horse, knife, stake. My other regret for this game, he has Vampire Lair. If he plays it instead of going into that fight, we tie on IDS. And I was sitting there like, am I supposed to play Vampire Lair? Or should I guarantee that he die? I'm like, I'm just going to guarantee he dies. I don't want to mess around with somebody else dying.
Nothing, right?
Yeah.
True.
Yeah,
actually,
if
yes.
RToWin would have advantage anyways, being higher seed. So that Vampire Lair would have done nothing for you, unfortunately.
In terms of that, yes.
Yeah, in terms of that, yeah, absolutely.
These fine details were lost on my my addled brain as I was just frantically trying to think of my flight or fright response. Was like, is there any way? Can I somehow stick one little like pin to this guy who has 1 HP and then got back to 4?
I think it's the fact it was just the amount of influence of that one Mina death, because it was obviously the death on its own is 3, which would have been okay, but then it's the fact it's an ambush.
You got ambush by a
Mesmerized
reckless
Fangs at night. It was just like the
Ah.
perfect storm of all of it together. I was like, why is the influence Mina go up so high? Oh yeah, that's why. So yeah, it's.
Yeah, I really botched it by trying to, change the plan. I should have been like, you know what? It's R2N. Of course the bat is going to be where... I think I said something similar against you in our first game, where I was like, as long as there's not a bats in Madrid, I'm fine. And then there was, of course, the bats was in Madrid. And I was like, well, I guess...
Yeah.
I'm dead. It's very bad.
I suppose we have Spencer Wolfhart III here, don't we? He's got sword.
Yeah, I mean... I have a regret of not putting bats in Athens. I didn't think that you would check Athens immediately. It's obviously, given I was in Athens, it was a very good thing to check Athens.
Godalming just wanted, R2N, you underestimated my desire to supply. Godalming just wanted to supply items. He was going to Athens to supply items, and you happened to be there, and I was like, oh, okay.
I see.
Sure.
That was not anticipated by me. I thought, when you moved there, I presumed you correctly guessed that I had moved there, which I thought was insane.
No
because,
idea. I was completely shocked.
Oh really?
Munich was right there.
There's a lot of delight on my side, because I think I threw out the idea. Oh, I bet it's Athens, because then Valona we vacate and you'll go back to Valona, and you checked it first thing and you found it. And I was just and the chat was just not happy.
I think I knew it was a possibility. I think it was in my head I was like, he could be in Athens, but I was like, even if he is, I think I still want to move Godalming there. And then you were there, and I was like, oh my god, I look so smart right now. I was thinking the stream is probably shouting my praises right now for being, because you could have been in Munich. You could have just gone far west, and I'm in a very bad position if you did, especially since I'm moving Godalming to Athens, which is away.
Yeah, I thought that Lord Godalming was going to stand still and heal again. And then I would get to hide, and then maybe something would happen.
I don't even know if it was the correct play to heal the way he did. I don't even know if healing as much as I did was correct. I just felt like I couldn't move him. And I was like, if I'm not moving him,
really couldn't.
I don't want him to die.
As soon as you move him, I move to Valona. Right? I have been waiting to get back to Valona.
Absolutely.
And it's awkward for you if I do.
Yeah, you definitely did it the right way there, Pizzawizard. Barring that one Mina move, I think that you had it done properly, because I've learned in all the countless games I've played versus Spencer and Wakajic, that it is correct to just maintain the blockades on the layers.
I considered moving into I heavily considered moving into Lorgadalming immediately as soon as I could, in Bologna. After he just had
we talked about that, yeah. Especially since Mia only had the one thing, since she had just spent a stake, and so on.
I think it could have worked out for you. I mean, I didn't have great strength at that time, obviously, and he did have. I think he had gun, knife. I think you saw all his weapons actually in the combat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it could have worked out. I think it could have gone well. It could have also gone poorly, but you know.
Yeah. And if it was a win or lose situation, then I might have gone for it. But I care about free IDS, right? So
right.
I didn't want to collapse my IDS chances into that moment.
Yeah, you had like this really sort of like almost like 2 games you're trying to play. You want to try and get the win just to see it out, but at the same time, it's like, well, if I lose, I need to try and get this IDS, right? So it changes the way that you play.
I'm glad I didn't get 2-0'd by again. I got 2-0'd by Scott Sword last year. I'm glad at least if I'm gonna lose, it's gonna be in a tiebreaker. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, and on the side of the tiebreaker, there's a little something that I'd like to get if chat.
Oh, very good. Had to be done. We all just got yeah, dealing with the layer strats is a very different game. I mean, the only deja vu thing between the 2 games was Dracula not expecting hunters to move on to him and putting down an encounter that couldn't ambush the Paris and the Aphids.
Yeah, once you did an ambush, I was like, hold on, what kind of aristocratic did he put here in Athens? And then it was a host.
But it was very different to the first game. But these sort of games of almost like games of chicken with the layers is interesting because hunters can surround Dracula, but the problem is if they are weakened by either health or movement or items, I suppose, or a combination of the 3, and then if other things in the trail start maturing that weakens them even more, they can kind of run out of time, but then you also get the situation where hunters move too fast into Dracula, and Dracula can then take them apart when they're not ready, or you try and go all in on the Sarajevo thing, but then a horse roll fails, and then something else goes wrong, and one hunter's not equipped, and blah blah blah. So
yeah, what was Godalming holding at the end, by the way? Was he holding to not have a weapon?
Oh god. Godalming somehow. I was like, Godalming, I just want you to draw 1 Heavenly Host so you can like make the CG work. That's what I was thinking. And I was like, great, he drew 1. That was really awesome. The next day he sits there and supplies, he draws 2 more. And I'm like, oh. Okay. I guess somebody looked down on me favor. They heard me wishing for, water, for this holy water, and then just suddenly a spring appeared at my feet, just gushing it everywhere. And I was like, oh shit. I have the entire supply on one person. So he was just like carrying 2 barrels of Heavenly Host, one under each arm.
That's all it was.
Okay. That's weird.
Made me feel bad when he could have had a rifle. I should have kept the rifle on him because it would have got rid of the stupid rats. But instead, I was like, no, he should have every Heavenly Host in existence. I now have great strength. He should just take both. It'll be fine. That was the wrong decision. I should have just taken a rifle.
You should have just tossed 2 Heavenly Hosts and just gone with 1 and
They're gold. Haven't you seen Quincy Morris's video? They're gold. I can't discard the Heavenly Hosts. They're gold. No.
You're UCG.
I should have, yeah. I had already UCG.
Yeah.
Well, we haven't found out who the champ is going to be today, so we have to wait until tomorrow. Obviously, RToWin, you got the advantage, but you don't have to declare your role pick now. You can wait until tomorrow. So
I choose
I know it. Yeah, somehow I feel like I'm a psychic. I somehow know what I'm going to be doing tomorrow.
It's okay. You just know you're going to be playing as Drac tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep. It's like Mina. It's like Mina sensing Dracula. Yeah, that's me. I can feel. No. Well, I have a headache. This was a great game. This is still great to play with you, RToWin. So good.
Oh, you sound so like you're looking forward to tomorrow.
Well, look, at least tomorrow. I don't have to deal with this shenaniganry. I can just lose fairly to a renewed vigor CG combo. It'll be great. No, it's fair. I think I probably would have picked Hunters too if I had been given the choice. Even though I would have had to deal with this, at least I like the sense of inevitability. Although I don't know if I have that against you, honestly. I don't discard horses lightly, R2N. I don't do it really at all because I always want inevitability, and you made me discard 2 horses and a stake. Well, there's like 5 vampires on the board.
You're 5 vampires, 6 vampires, 8 vampires. You know, they all clear each other. So
Yeah. Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Yeah.
yeah, I had my plan was to get to Valona, and then Salonika and Sophia. You know, I'd be threatening to go to both of these because my loop is of length 7 rather than of length 6. But I never got to Valona easily.
I actually tried to like go all in against you the day before with the Speedy Telegraph on Van Helsing. I wanted to see if Van Helsing could get in there because if he could, I was just gonna. Godalming didn't have a horse, so I was just gonna send Van Helsing and Seward and hope that with a planned ambush on Seward and Van Helsing's items, the 2 of them will be able to kill you. He rolled a 1 though, and then I was like, oh, well, I guess I need to block this, like the siege, the wolf form. I need to go to Munich to block that. But then when you hid, I was like, I could hear like, you know, like the target locked. I was like, he hid there. Nothing's changed since yesterday, except now Godalming's like drawn a horse. It's go time.
What was what was the horse economy situation? Was it like 7 apes or?
It was bad. Thankfully, none of the white ones were lost when Mina died. But you did snatch them. I believe 1 or 2 of them off of Seward. I think it was 2 of them off Seward with your spy. So Van Helsing's role was quite risky. I think it was somewhat close to 50-50. It was not guaranteed he'd get in. That's part of why I even considered, because in the moment I thought Vampire Lair would be better than it was. I was like, should I even take a gamble on him getting in, or should I just take guaranteed Vampire Lair value? Because the role was quite bad. I think that Mina had 2 yellow 2s on her, and
Well, good
I think
for you that
Van
you did
Helsing
not.
had a yellow 2, and then obviously there's like a bunch of white ones in the. I would need to look back at the recording, but I remember the odds were not very good. The odds were not good.
Okay,
I was looking at it and being like
Lord Godalming's role was pretty safe though before Seward's.
before the white ones were gone. Yes, I think it was 6 out of like. I think it was like 7 out of 10 or something. There was more than 8 tickets in the pool, I think, because did Mina have 2 at that point? Or was it down to 8? I'm not sure. Sorry, it's flown my mind. But Godalming's role was better. I think it wasn't like guaranteed. There was risk that he would not get in. But at that point, I was so single-minded on if I don't kill R2N right now, my game is over. So I'm just gonna roll the dice that I have to give myself a chance. Because if I don't, Valona's gonna mature. I even wasn't sure if I should just like let Valona mature. In my mind, it never occurred to me that you'd go back. I actually didn't understand why you hit. I was like, why did he hide? He's just, I guess he wants to stay on his super protected forward encounters. It did not cross my mind that you would go back to Valona another time. I think that it would have, so I was just like, I'm just going to let Valona mature. It'll be fine. He'll have 12 points. I'll get him afterwards. It'll be great. I'm glad that circumstances allowed me to try to get you before that happened, because I think that it would have been very bad if I would have had to try to deal with. What was it after Valona? It was Salonika had a new vampire on, I believe.
Yeah, just 1 new vampire. So if you had a stake, that's fine.
Well, I had a stake.
On Seward,
but it was
yeah.
all
So
gone.
Seward could have dealt with Salonika, and then obviously that neuters that for a bit, 'cause then Sophia I don't think was off the trail at that point. But still, you've still got this huge Valona thing that you can't ever deal with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
So it would get you a respite, but and at that point, I think if R2N does not go into the Adriatic, he's kind of signing his own death warrants. So therefore, that's the end of that layers. And then you just leave Salonika, deal with the other just 1s and 2s here and there, and then it goes to a normal quote unquote normal game from there.
I mean, if we're being transparent, I really think I got quite lucky with the event draws I got, because I did get the 1 of CG. I got the 1 of a Heroic Leap. I did get a Forewarned, which I would use to save Seward's life. I did draw like the Heavenly Host. I had a chance to draw with Van Helsing as well, so I guess I did a 25% chance on Van Helsing, and then 2 out of 7, drawing 2 cards. There's 2 chances of success in 7 possible. I got some chances that were by no means good odds to get to the point where I had you in such a threatening position at 1 HP. Hopefully that doesn't happen to you tomorrow. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
But I really think that what you did today shows a lot more skill than what I did today, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Because that layer setup was very good. It was very scary. I should not have gone after Valona initially. I should have foxed out that the one space wolf form is a bait and not actually like a hoax, which is what I thought it might be.
Well,
I'm so surprised that you got Sarajevo for hired scouts. Like,
That's actually quite interesting. I saw the wolf form and I was like, the only reason he would wolf form immediately after the first encounter is if the first encounter or like the starting space is meant in some way to trip me up. Or it's like gonna stop me from getting to whatever the first encounter is. So I was like, where would that be relevant? And I was like, well, Florence, if I'm trying to get down to like, Naples. Or I was like, well, Sarajevo, because it's 2 away from Varna. Like if I'm horsing there, I have to go through Sarajevo if I want to get there in 2 days. It's 2 away from Athens, which is 2 away from where I am in Vienna. So I was like, that's where my mind was. I was like, where would this like layer be kind of like a roadblock to me trying to get to an extremity? That was my thought
yeah,
process.
that was definitely well deduced. So that was your.
Well, he did go to Bologna. He didn't even go to extremity. He went to Bologna
is,
instead.
somewhat like obviously it worked, but
I think the logic was misplaced, and I again got lucky.
Because like it's
Only got to win.
yeah, in a way it's completely correct because I did start there to go back there because it's a useful lair location and you were searching for useful lair locations. But then like it's not the 2 away anywhere. And, like,
Yeah, so your logic was dead on, Pizzawizard. Well done there. If not with Sophia.
So I guess the question
The
I've
wolf
got...
form did spook me though. It smacked of you had a really good plan. I was like, oh no, he wouldn't just wolf form without cause. There's some master scheme at work. Dun dun dun. Sorry. Okay, Scott's turn. Yes.
I was going to say, in terms of talking about that master plan, in terms of what you envisaged RToWin with everything that happened with the wolf form, obviously game discovered with hired scouts wouldn't have been in the equation, but how much of the game panned out how you wanted it to, in terms of where you had to move to and so on?
It was all pretty much exactly to plan, apart from okay, so the hired scouts was completely fine because Seward rolled slow. So Seward rolled slow trying to move from Strasbourg to Munich, which meant that I wasn't going to die in Sarajevo in the first time back.
Yeah.
Because Seward was still in Nuremberg.
roll onto you there, I would totally try to pounce on you there the first time. If Seward was closer. But like you said, he wasn't. I didn't have a bigger, I didn't have a sense of emergency, so I had no way to get him to you, so you were effectively safe for that turn.
Exactly. So that was like the slight bit of unluck that was completely compensated by the slight luckiness of Seward rolling slow once. And also Seward having to go slightly the wrong way to get his horse, I guess, in the half. Then everything was fine, apart from the fact that there was hunters who were slightly too organized, with Lord Godalming staying in Bologna and not having to go and deal with Salonika.
Yeah, the number of times that people have had to play with Ajix or Spencer Wolfhart, he's more than familiar with what you have to do to defeat the layer stratagem.
Well, I tried to go for a full court press. My initial impression was he's in the east. He's going to circle back to Sarajevo at some point because that's why he leaves his lair. I need to get everybody over there to deal with the encounters ASAP so I'm not like on the back foot. So I charged carriage in there.
Sophia wanted to be Bat's hoax. I didn't have either of those cards in my hand. Had I have had either of those cards in my hand, then Lord Godalming gets delayed. So then doesn't get to Valona in time, unless I'm mistaken.
Well, yeah, I don't even know if I wanted him to go to Valona. He actually got his face ripped off in Valona. It was
he did.
great.
If it's bats, it's even worse for you, maybe.
Well, it's a
maybe
night
not.
fight. It's the same. It's a night fight all the same, I think. I mean, I guess I get a night action. No, I don't on delayed, so I don't get my night action. It's the same amount of bad, I think.
I don't know, but if it's not double ramp, I don't know if I send you to Valona. I might push you to.
Oh.
Or even if you search, then you walk onto me in Sarajevo or Belgrade. Not sure. Maybe Belgrade. I'm still there.
Well, I think you eventually got a lot of value with Bats and Sophia, even if it wasn't maybe
eventually
when you
yeah.
wanted to.
It worked out, we could say. And yeah, the other bats in Salonika burned to forewarned because I was just like, that is a death trap. I've been here before. We're not getting pushed into Valona. No.
Yeah, but sorry, just to answer Scott's question much more briefly, the plan was to have 4 rumored vampires in Bologna and Salonika. At the
And
start
that
of
did
week
indeed
2.
happen.
Mission accomplished. Yeah.
And
Well-
that, well, the ones in Bologna took a while to get back on the trail. They were supposed to be on the trail like Monday of week 2.
So
And
in that case,
Salonika gets some, like Salonika, I make him deal with the rumor, and then I go back and put another vampire there, and it's again rumored.
Yeah, because the rumor token sticks around. Yeah. Oh, well, great game. Both 2 very good games today. Well, we should let you 2 go and get some rest. Because you've got a tough game tomorrow, and also poor Pizzawizard's under the weather. So yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. Are we confirming? So the time we had set was 2:30 UTC, so 3:30 Spanish time. Is that still?
Yes,
fine?
that is what I have in my book. I have something until 3 o'clock, but it should stop hard at 3 o'clock, and I should be able to be here and ready at that time at 3:30 for me, at 2:30 UTC, 14:30 UTC, I should say. So if anything changes with that, I'll let you know. But we should be good. It should work.
Okay. Cool.
Oh, R2N left. Oh shoot.
Oh.
I didn't know.
Oh,
No.
yeah, RToWin's in the chat saying, yep, all good. Nice. Well, Mr. Green's sitting there as the humble Swede that he is. He's just sitting there quietly listening to us all ramble on. How about you've got
I've been a little distracted, but you handled it well without me.
you can have the final word to close us out.
Right. Well, I expect you to win. We can't let any newcomers take the throne.
Oh, just as you were just waiting for RToWin to leave the chat to say that. Oh,
no.
my goodness.
It will be interesting. Hope the best man win, and then we'll just see who it is.
Yeah, as long as I hope it's just a good. We don't want, as I said earlier, we don't want any damn squibs in games. We want a game worthy of a final. These first 2 were definitely that. So if that's the same tomorrow, I think we'll be happy regardless. But yeah, good luck to you, Pizzawizard, for tomorrow. We'll obviously be in touch near the time. RToWin is listening in, so good luck to RToWin as well. And yeah, everybody who's watching, thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you all for game number 3 tomorrow. How exciting! So thank everybody for YouTube viewers for watching, and everybody on Twitch, thanks for watching too. We'll just sign off right now, I think. But yeah, take care, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Thanks to Mr. Green and Fangs of Fire for being here for the commentary. Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Hey.
Thanks.
Yeah. See you tomorrow for game 3, folks. Bye for now.
Yeah. Well, have to sleep, I think.
Yeah, that will be tomorrow. Will be 9:30 in the morning at the time of the game. If I understood that correct. I might be able to,
No, hold
to come.
on. Isn't it 8:30? Isn't that time? Oh no, you're East Coast. You're East Coast. So you're an hour ahead of what I'm thinking. Yes, you're good. Yeah, you're correct.
Yes.
Just want to say thanks again for doing this. It's a big deal, especially